everybody, Bonnie here. Well, what a change in the weather. As you might know, we have a cyclone hitting the east coast of Australia, and we have had friends and family asking us how we are. So this is us at the start of the cyclone. We aren't in the eye of the storm. We're at the tail end, but it's pretty windy. We are in the mid-north coast, about 4 hours south of the storm. We have friends in Queensland who we are worried about. Everybody's looking after each other. But this is day one, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, the 5th of March. And the winds are getting up. It's raining. There is a high tide. It's not walkable conditions at all. There's some children playing in the sea, which is a bit, well, that's kiddies for you. And wow, I hope they'll be all right. It's high tides here. There's no lifeguards on duty, so we've come back in the car. And as you can see, I am absolutely drenched. As we have already said, this short video is to inform you about Cyclone Alfred, which is currently off the coast of Queensland and is expected to make landfall between Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. Alfred is bringing heavy rain, strong winds and dangerous surf conditions. The biggest concern right now is major flooding, particularly along the Queensland and New South Wales border. And that's already prompting emergency warnings. We are about 400 kilometres south of the cyclone, and we are feeling the effects. The weather is currently a bit wild, but the real impact could come later this week, and we have been given flood warnings too. Friends of ours who live near the river have been given sandbags by the state emergency services to protect their property. Just a bit of background. Cyclones form over warm tropical waters and can bring destructive winds, torrential rain and storm surges. The Southern Hemisphere cyclone season runs from November to April, and Australia sees an average of 11 tropical cyclones a year. Some, like Cyclone Tracy or Yasi, have left a huge impact on the country. A few people have asked us about the difference between a cyclone, hurricane and a typhoon. So here's a quick breakdown. It's actually the same type of storm, just with a different name depending on where it forms. Hurricanes form in the Atlantic Ocean and Northeast Pacific Ocean. Typhoons form in the Northwest Pacific Ocean, and cyclones form in the South Pacific and Indian Ocean. Cyclones typically form between 5 and 29 degrees latitude on either side of the equator, where ocean temperatures are warm enough to fuel them. Presently, Alfred is between a Category 1 and 2, and luckily Cyclone Alfred is unlikely to reach Category 3 or higher, because the sea temperatures aren't quite warm enough to give it that extra intensity. But even at lower categories, it can still bring heavy rain, dangerous winds and flooding. For now, we are staying put and keeping an eye on updates and making sure our power wall is fully charged, as they are warning of power outages. If you're in an affected area, please stay safe, follow emergency warnings and avoid floodwaters. There will be a lot of people coping it far worse than us, so our thoughts are with them as they brace for what's to come. Stay safe and we'll keep you updated. Thank you for watching Lewis and Bonnie's Australia.